Hello and welcome, my maniacs wielding salmon steaks as a weapon. It is SJB here, and we have to play some more Chimps Plus for you guys! We've got a new addition to the squad here. We've got the Spike Factory. And this is a weird one. It's a very, very, very weird one. I mean, Spike Factories are not really, like, the best tower in the game, are they? I mean, I think most people probably throw down either, like, a base Spike Factory, maybe build a random Moab Shredder ability to pop DDTs or bads or something like that, and then maybe build a Perma Spike if they're feeling kind of spicy. Other than that, you don't really use Spike Factories for all that much. But don't get me wrong, they are not horrible. They are not bad towers. But can they basically solo the game? That's where things get a little sticky, and I think that's where our first major issues are going to come up. So to start you guys off, I did build a Soda. I thought about doing a Quincy, and I realized that Quincy's probably not going to be the best hero here because I want to make sure that I have as much popping power as I possibly can, and I think Soda will be the more popping power tower for us. And then I tried to do a couple other heroes like Azili to start off the game, and I realized Azili just sucks so much balls. She just can't even start off the game in like any regular situation, so it's just absurd to even try to get her to work. So now we're stuck with, sadly, Soda as per usual as one of our main Chimps Plus heroes to use, and there's nothing wrong with her. I do get a little bored of her. I like to, you know, use variety and different things and all that stuff, but sadly, sometimes it's just not possible. So we are going to start by building the Spiked Ball Factory with a faster production and even faster production over here. That will be part of our lead popping power here. Even though Soda can kind of pop leads a little bit with her ability here, on this map in particular, you cannot pop all of them with just this one ability. Specifically on round 30 here. So, we're going to have to kind of play this up by ear and everything on what we want to do, but I wanted to talk a little bit about my overarching strategy here. We've got 3 different Spike Factories we can go for 5th tiers. Super Mines, unaffordable, throw them in the garbage. Now we're stuck with Carpet of Spikes and Perma Spike. That's like $70,000 worth of Spike Factors right there, at the very least. That's pretty expensive, but obviously very affordable on Chimps. So we can make that stuff happen, but we're also going to have a lot of money left over. What are we going to do with that extra money? Well, we've got 2 options for ourselves. The 2 4th tiers, basically. We've got Spike Mines and Spike Storm. Not Deadly Spikes. This is pretty bad. But Spike Storms and Spike Mines are all very reasonably valuable towers to use in this game. So we're going to be spamming quite a few of those guys as well to kind of supplement and support our 5th tiers wherever we decide to get them. Now, it's weird, but I actually don't mind throwing down random middle path Spike Factories in kind of weird spots. Like, I would not mind throwing down a middle path Spike Factory somewhere in the front here or somewhere in the middle here, because when he explodes his spikes, he's kind of exploding them over the track, kind of in the way of the balloons, and actually get more pops out of your guy if you put him in a weird spot like that, rather than putting him all the way in the back here, kind of having him shoot into nothingness for a really, really long time. So that's going to be my plan of action. I think I'm going to throw a really strong, not very, very close to the front, but pretty close to the front, middle path Spike Factory over here. And we're going to go all the way up to that full-on ability. Now you're going to notice we're already starting to struggle against the balloons here. We have to rely on our 3-2 Spike Factory in the back here to actually save the day. Nothing wrong with that. He's doing his job. It just means Soda's finally not able to solo everything, which is kind of funny, actually, that it came all the way down to this to make that happen. But this might, again, seem like a silly spot for right now, but it's because it is a silly spot for right now, but long-term, it will be a decent enough spot for us. Plus, it's kind of cool to see that he's probably got just about as many pops as this guy. Yeah, look at that, 300, 300, woohoo! It's kind of exciting. We're gonna go bigger stacks and white hot spikes on this guy just to get it going. And we're soon ready for our first Moab here. I don't know. I feel like I feel reasonably confident, but I definitely want to go for a Spike Storm just to feel even more confident about this. I do know that the 40s get a little bit intense with the amount of balloons coming out, and regens can be a pretty big issue once we get to around like 49 and stuff. So we're going to really have to like play it safe, play it smart, play it good to make sure we're going to survive here. All right, first Moab. Easy peasy. I mean, we could jump on this thing, but the Spike Factory's got it covered, dude. Let's just wait it out and play it smart. So, admittedly, this spot might be silly to a lot of people out there. Uh-oh. Let's see. How we doing? just going to jump on these balloons to confirm. Round 43 is a mild bit difficult here. But what I want to do is I'm going to go for another top path Spike Factory up at the front here. And this guy is going to be a Spiked Mines. It costs $10,000, so I want to get this guy going as soon as I possibly can to help me out for the hard rounds, like round 47 and 49 and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. It's going to be tight. But any which way, the reason why I want to get the Spike Mines here is because that will actually overwhelm us here. For sure. BFBs, oh my gods, DDTs, whatever the heck is sneaking through over here, everything will overwhelm us. But the cool thing about the Spiked Mines is that when you explode in the middle of a bunch of balloons, you're going to do more damage than if you kind of have them on the screen and you only pop the front of them. So it seems a little bit goofy, but it's actually the most beneficial, in my opinion, way to play the Spiked Mine Spike Factory. It's going to get the most popping power for you for the money spent. Rather than just spamming a bunch of them in the very, very back, you won't get that much popping power out of them, and it's kind of an emergency situation to get that guy going, rather than just having him to actually purposefully pop the balloons. So right now, at the very least, we have the ability to kind of watch and gauge this Spike arming here and see when it's going to kind of be overwhelmed. All right, big chunks of ceramics coming out right now. We're very close to this Spike Mines guy, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our ability here to pop these ceramics. We're going to buy the Spike Mines. We're going to hope that that's still enough to pop these regen balloons as they come out here in the middle of round 49. I believe it. I think so. And regen balloons, normally a kind of big problem, are not a problem at all for us. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is a good combo here. If the Moabs give us a little bit of time here in between when the ceramics come out, this Spike Factory absolutely owns them. But now, in very scary situations, I've got the Spike Storm ready to go, which is an even more beneficial way to get Moab popping power in combination with my ceramic popping power. All right. I feel like I'm kind of rambling here about almost nothingness at this point of the game, so let's just take a quick break and save up some money and see what I want to do as my next big step here. So even though this is somewhat poor timing, I think my best bet is probably to go for a permaspike at this point in the game. We might have to do something different if balloons start to overwhelm us a little bit, for example in round 63, or one of the crazier 70s might be also pretty difficult for us. But if I can save up for it, I'd really like to have a permaspike, because once you get that guy, it's not that you can't lose, but it's very difficult to lose. So that's what we're going to hope for. But as you can tell, we're already struggling on weird rounds like round 61, which shouldn't be that big of a deal, and we've got 63 coming up in here. But I do have 3 different abilities to play around with now, 2 Soda abilities, and the Spike Factory ability here, which I'm hoping will save the day for me. Also, in the meantime, I did decide to build a White Hot Spikes with Deadly Spikes over here. I know that some people are... Yeah, we're going to do one jump here. Let's see how well that's going to work. And Spike Mines! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Those explosions, dude. Do they have, like, infinite pierce or something? Because that just... Whoa, 63 is not a problem with these Spike Mines. It's kind of cool. It's really, really cool. Alright, I was actually a little afraid about that. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta use abilities and stuff, but no. Not required at all. All we're doing right now is just using our Spike Storm every once in a while, and things just kind of happen. But anyways, back to this guy. I got in an argument with some people back in the day. I remember people telling me that I got the fast production and even fast production with my permaspike, because I didn't think I needed that much DDT popping power. I had other stuff for it. And everybody told me that I was absolutely wrong, and you're an idiot. Never do that upgrade. Always go White Hot Spikes. So I had to go in sandbox mode and kind of prove to people that, indeed, the even fast production actually does do a smidge, not a bunch, a smidge more popping power overall, but because it lacks that DDT popping power in its entirety, it's almost always better to go for the White Hot Spikes. Almost always better to go for the White Hot Spikes. And of course, that's what we're going to do today for you guys. White Hot Spikes with our permaspike. We're only $12,000 away. Once we get that guy, I don't want to say we can't lose, but for a really, really long time, we're going to be set. All right. So, let's see if we can make this happen. One thing I am afraid of is, I was talking about that I would get more pops out of my Carpet of Spikes if I threw him in the front over here. That is true, but I also don't have as much control over when and how the BFBs and Zomagods and everything pop. It could pop very, very quickly, not giving my permaspike enough time to actually react to the balloons. So I'm a little bit afraid of that, but I still think that the permaspike's not, or this guy is not so strong that he's just going to pop everything super duper quickly and just wipe me out or something like that. So I think I'll be okay. I think. As you can tell, big chunks of balloon is still trying to stick for my defense. It seems like the major issue for us is actually the spaced balloons more than anything else. It's kind of weird, actually. Round 63, very, very easy. Round 70, which is normally a non-problem whatsoever, somehow pretty difficult. So we're going to have to watch ourselves a little bit with that. Bloons getting to the very back here, actually using up my deadly spikes. We got a full-on Moab coming through here. And we take that guy down too, but again, a little bit closer than I'd like it to be for getting to the mid-70s here. I really need that last $4,000 here, like now. All right, we're on 74. This is the round before the very, very tough round, and we are able to afford our Perma Spike. Now, there is an option for me if I instead wanted to just go straight into a carpet of spikes. Could I pull that off? Probably. Honestly, I don't think it would be the end of the world, but I still feel like I'm better off going for this combo. All right, we need a huge chunk of spikes here. We're just going to go for Sada's ability here. Woo! Hopefully that doesn't cost me the game. 76 is coming out now. All right, let's jump on some of these guys. I should have saved Sada's sword ability here. I do have a perma spike, though. But perma spikes can't pop everything. Lots of ceramics trying to sneak through. And I am very happy that that did not kill me. I hate when I make one stupid, silly mistake that almost costs you like 30 minutes of your life, you know? It feels terrible to get back all the way to this round just because. And sometimes you have to do weird micro and stuff to just make that happen. So it can get really goofy really, really quickly. Either which way, though, life is good for now. We'll probably see you guys in the mid-80s when we get enough money and or get close to the carpet spikes. Or if we have any major issues. Surprisingly, 79 is getting pretty scary over here. We are down to our perma spike here with a bunch of regen balloons, Moabs, and other crap trying to sneak through right now. That doesn't look good. But luckily, perma spike is pretty beef-tastic. Saves the day, man. No worries from us. Well, a little bit of worries. Too crazy, though. Nothing major. It feels weird to, like, have balloons get to the last, like, you know, like 2 inches of the map, but feel pretty comfortable about it all, you know? Like, it just feels so weird. I don't like when anything gets to the back here at all, but knowing that I got this guy, it's like, oh yeah, no big deal, bro. We good, we good. So check this out. This is round 81. I'm going to use my ability right here. We've got, like, a lot of stuff all in the way, and you can see how we maximized our Spike Factory output right there. Every single spike got absorbed by the Moabs and the BFBs and all that. Obviously, having that much popping power isn't always necessarily a good thing. Like I said earlier, you can kind of control things if you have spike factors closer to the back, because kind of as balloons come out, they'll slowly get popped. But knowing that I'm getting the max popping power out of this guy is also kind of a cool thing, you know, especially if I just want to hit the first few BFBs or first few Moabs to kind of like really get started up in here and maybe use it again by the time I get to the second set. That could be cool too. But, of course, you do not get to control, once you get Carpet of Spikes, you do not get to control its own kind of activated ability. Well, no, unactivated ability, whenever it feels like throwing it out. It's kind of just timed. All right, bunches of Moabs getting to the very, very back over here. Does not feel good. Gotta be honest with you. Permaspike has 36,000 pops, though. This guy's got 15,000 pops. This guy has 165,000 pops. Surprisingly, 82,000 pops for a kind of weird Spike Storm. And then Sada has 172k, so very close on these two towers here. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, the money's coming in pretty quick. I just got to get a couple of spikes and kind of see where we're going with this. And then after that, like I said, it's going to be spamming. I think we're going to spam a bunch of Spike Storms. I think that's the only thing that I can do. Alright, so we're going to go for a Spike Storm here. We're going to go for another Sada ability. I mean, it actually doesn't do that great of a job right now. And we are actually getting a little bit overwhelmed on our Perma-Spike back here. Feels scary, but money's close. Money's tight. Feeling good here. Get ready for this Spike Storm. Wait for both of them to get in the way. And kablooey. Now, that didn't work quite as well as the BFBs, but still doing okay. And we can afford our Carpet of Spikes here. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So Carpet of Spikes is pretty good because it pops the Moabs and the BFBs, but obviously also still pops some of the ceramics. Like, not none. Not none ceramics, at the very least. You're going to see this pop count go up pretty hard, pretty quick here. Having that unactivated ability, just randomly spam it out over here is always good. Alright, I feel like this is like my worst commentated video of all time. I just don't even know what to say about these spike factories besides that they're popping balloons. they do indeed. Throw the balloons down into the garbage pile. So let's hope that that keeps happening, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like this is a good amount of pops. But I know that, like, as we go deeper, the main thing for us is going to be that Moab popping power. But this guy's doing such a great job against the Moabs. Like, do I try to pop the ceramics in some other way? Does this guy just pop ceramics is good enough that he's worthwhile, even though he costs so much money? I don't know, man. It's tricky for me. I think I'm going to go for a combo. That's my best play. So let's go for one all the way at the front over here. We're going to put it at the very top since the balloons... Actually, I don't know. Let's put it over here. Alright, Perma-Spike still needs to be activated, man. Still needs to pop a lot of balloons. Not a crazy amount, just a decent amount. Spike Storm. Oh, yeah, DDTs. Oh, DDT's got nothing on us. In fact, I'm going to save so much money here by not buying any more lead popping power on these Spike Factories. And we're going to see if that hopefully still works out for us. Alright, big chunk of crap over here. I think I might have to start using Sawda's abilities more often. Not because I actually need them to survive, but because the Perma-Spike acts on the fact that it builds up over time. And if I keep using up all of its build-up, and it's slowly being disintegrated, basically, I'm going to run out of popping power by the time I actually need it. So I might be better off just randomly using Sawda's ability here just to save myself against some ceramics here and there. Just to be more effective with how I do things, man. I don't know, like, it makes sense to me. Especially against this ridiculousness that is what's going on right now in 192. There's a lot of crap here. Alright, we get a good Spike Storm. Again, still doing an okay job here. We're going to use this Sword Charge. We do an okay job, but she's not the high enough level yet. Oh, there it is. That's what I needed. Level 16. Now our Sword Charge is going to actually start to do some real work here. Alright, I'm going to go for another one of these guys, but I'm going to throw him in the very back here. I'm going to throw him over here. So the balloons are getting this far, so let's make sure we do something about that. And, of course, fast production. Need fast production on this puppy. We got long rounds, bro. Long rounds. Round 93 is not too shabby for us, but, of course, round 94 is going to be pretty beef-tastic. Every even round is going to be beefier than the last, and every odd round is basically something different and unique. DDTs or goofy Zomagods or whatever the heck they want to throw out against you. So, I think I'm going to save up the Spike Mines. I think I'm going to need it. And right now, this guy's not bad either. Alright, let's throw down at least one Spike Storm. Let's go for another Spike Storm here to try to get rid of these Moabs. We're going to jump on some of these things. And we're going to go for that Sword Charge and just see what we can do here. We do a lot of damage, but not a bunch. We get them all down to ceramics, but still, popping the Moab layer actually doesn't mean that much to us. Holy crap, this is a lot of balloons. We really got to rely on Perma-Spike here. Alright, Perma-Spike. Do yo thing, girl. Do yo thing. Alright. Spike Storm still helping out here. I'm going to try to save one Spike Storm for around 95 just in case, but I think I could use my Sword Charge here. Let's save that too. Let's just save it all. Round 95 is a really long round. We'll get some build-up. We'll get some build-up. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely using this puppy up, though. That's for show. We might not even need any Perma-Spike action on 95, though. These guys are just generally good against DDTs, and DDTs aren't really that hard to pop if you got the right stuff. So we got one Spike Storm. Let's use one Sword Charge. And it does get to the very, very back. But I save an ability, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like our balloon popping power is pretty awful right now, and I don't know what to do about it. There's just no good answer with these guys. Spike Mines is my best ceramic popper for the money. Let's see, how much pops does this guy have? My other Spike, he's only got 21,000. This guy's already got 16K. It's not great, though. Okay, there's two Spike Storms. We're going to try to use Sawdust Sword Charge as soon as it comes up. Pop as many ceramics as we possibly can. We get some of them out of the way. Not all of them. And, of course, Perma-Spike needs to get into action again. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. This is rough. All right, Perma-Spike's getting down to the very nitty-gritty here. I do not like this long-term. Oh, man. All right. I guess we're going to go for another random Spike Mines. I guess over here. I mean, I think spreading them out, it might seem goofy, but I think it makes the most sense to me. All right, so again, we want to try to keep as many spikes available to us as we possibly can. So, slow these puppies down. Get the Sword Charge going right when you need it. It's the plan. It's the plan, man. It's actually kind of nice that there's a bunch of BFBs here. It's going to give me more time to not have to worry about anything. All right, do I want to use my Sword Charge? I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's going to do anything here, but I think I have to use it. It's not great. It did something. Spike Storm going to do a little bit. Let's go for another Spike Storm over here. And again, saving myself just a little bit of popping power on my Perma-Spike. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. A little baby bit. All right, we got 3 more rounds to go, guys. 97, well, 4 more rounds to go, really. But 98, 99, and 100 are obviously the 3 most difficult rounds to deal with. I'm getting scared. I'm getting super afraid, man. 99, I'm not too afraid of. I think with our Spike Storms and crap, we got it covered. But 98, it could just completely, utterly overwhelm us, completely kill our Perma-Spike, completely destroy everything that I've been working on this entire game. To just walk right through, and life could be pretty terrible. Could be. Good thing is, round 97 gave us a lot of time to build up some Perma-Spike action. So that's good news. As soon as I get the money for it, I will go for this even fast production. And if I get any extra money, I'm going to go for another middle path Spike Factory, because I don't think I can afford another top path at all. All right, so we're going to go for some fairly early Spike Storms here, just to kind of throw them out there. We go for a fairly early jump, and I think I got to wait on my sword charge until there's at least a little bit more kind of ceramic action going on over here. If that happens at all, I don't know. Maybe. Let's build one of these guys in the back here, just in case anything sneaks through the back. All right, we got to go for a sword charge pretty soon here. There's just like no good time to use it. There's never a bunch of ceramics on the screen, so just have to use it at some point. That worked out pretty well, actually. Decently well. I think the best time to use it right after a Spike Storm, realistically. There's another Spike Storm set. It's going to help us out a little bit. There's a bunch of Oh My God still on the screen, but we still got a lot of time to deal with them. Our Perma-Spike is hanging on. Hanging on, bro. Hanging on. All right, all we can really do is just speed this up. I do the Leaping Sword really quickly, and this is the biggest chunk of balloons right here. The Oh My God balloons. Doesn't matter if they're reinforced against the Perma-Spike. Dang. Oh, that's looking scary. I think I gotta try to do it slightly different, but I don't know how to do it differently. Okay, I have a feeling this will be the end of us. For sure, I have no money. I don't know what to do about any of this. I can go for a... I think if I possibly time these 2 abilities with a Sawda Sword charge, I might be a little bit better off, but getting that actually flowing here is going to be tricky as crap. So let's try to time this. Once this guy blows his next load, we're just going to go all three of our abilities, all at the same time. There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. Sword charge kind of early there. I don't know how that went down, but I will say that we have nobody getting to the back net right now. That's good. Another Leaping Sword. The lesser amount of... Holy crap, they all popped into Moabs at the same time. That does not look good. That does not look good at all. All right. Well, we're using up almost all of our Perma-Spike here. Yeah, like all the Perma-Spike got used up. I'm going to try to not use anything for a while and just let these guys slowly pop over time, rather than using anything. And we're going to have to go for another double ability jumping sword charge combo. Let's do a double ability jump. And then we're going to wait on the sword charge until they get a little bit closer to the Perma-Spike over here. I got some money, man, but it's really not going to do much for us. It's really not going to do much at all. All right. Sawda sword charge. And there it goes. Round frickin' 98, man. So we're at it again. I did that thing where I'm like a few $1,000s away from what I need, and then we can't beat it. I really want to get a Perma-Spike super early, before round 63. We are so close. I'm $2,500, about $3,000 away, and it's, yeah. So I can't say for sure that I'm going to win, but I do feel a bit more confident in my strategy. I decided to change a couple things around. First of all, I did decide to go for this guy still somewhere near the front. I built him down a little bit lower than I did the first time. I still built one of these guys over here, and this guy was mostly necessary for the medium game rounds, like round 63 and stuff like that. Without that thing, I don't know if I would have been able to survive. I did decide to build one of these guys down back here, because I feel like the back is where all the ceramics and stuff get built up, and then I decided to build Sawda around this Spike Factory right here, and this is supposed to be, hopefully, one of my best combo towers. she kind of defeats the Moabs, and then this thing kind of explodes all the ceramics on the inside. Hopefully that works out well. So far it has been, because I have not had to use my permaspike that much. Still a decent amount, but not that much. Not as much as the previous games. That being said, 94, 96, and 98 are still unbelievably beeftastic, and that does not mean it's going to go easy. One of the things that I did decide to change was I decided to put my spike mines inside of my permaspike over here, and I believe, hopefully, if all goes according to plan, that guy will also explode a lot of the ceramics as the permaspike is killing the Moab layer, and it'll work out really, really well as a combo. But again, no guarantees for any of that junk. But you can tell how many less balloons are making it to my permaspike than in the previous game. There's still a lot going, don't get me wrong, but permaspike really had to carry last time, and now it's more of just I'm using permaspike rather than carrying with permaspike. Alright, let's see if 95 is going to go well for us. Last time it was not as easy as I anticipated. I will at the very least use one of my Spike Factory things. I will jump on something. I don't even know what I jumped on. A DDT, I guess. And then I'm going to try to save the sword charge. Again, I think 96 is going to be more balloons sneaking through than these random DDTs. So, still a decent amount sneaking through. Permaspike still has to do a pretty good amount of work there. But overall, I'm still happy with what I've seen. Now the question is, do we build another one of these spike mines? And I think I gotta say, heck yeah, dude. This is the only thing that's popping the ceramic class balloons. But the problem is, obviously, there's a lot of Moabs being built up now, too. Alright, I'm gonna go for another one. I think I have to, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to do. I don't really love these middle paths. Spike storms. They're, like, okay. Oh, man, I am really getting overwhelmed here. 96 has been pretty brutal. It's like a big change. A big change between, like, 92, 94, and 96. Almost absurd, as far as I'm concerned. Got a big chunk of Zoma Gods coming in here in the back. I will get a second Spike Storm going with bigger stacks, and I'm going to save the money on the Red Hot Spikes, man. If I don't need it, I don't need it. Only when I need it for DDTs. So again, nothing perfect is happening here. But I feel like I had over 100,000 pops in my permaspike last time, and now I'm under 100k by a decent amount. Feels alright. I'm going to go for another sword charge here. Pretty good timing on all of that. And an extra ability there. Heck yeah. I do have Sawda on strong right now, and that might change. She did make it to level 17 for 97, but she's not going to make it to level 18 for 98. And of course, 98 is what killed me last time. So I'd like to have all of my abilities ready to go at round 98. So that's what we're going to try for. Even if it means this Zoma God's going to hurt my permaspike just a little bit here. But honestly, leaving the Zoma God on the screen for a decent amount of time is not a bad idea. At least not horrible. Alright, 97, nice and slow. Take it down. Perfection. Absolutely beautiful there. Can't beat that, brah. Can't beat that. Now for 98. Alright, we're going to go for another one of these guys. As soon as I get the money, I will buy the other Spike Storm. I might, if this doesn't work, try to pop something down here, but of course, I'm not guaranteed to be able to escape with my life here. Alright, there's two of those guys. We're going to go for a big jump here. I can't do my sword charge yet. I've got to wait. Got to wait for more ceramics to pop out. And this is a lot of balloons. Alright, I'm not making a lot of money either from popping these things, as you can plainly see. Usually by this point in the game, I feel like I've got something under my belt here, but this is like zero money. Alright, there was a good Spike Storm here to help clean these things up. Another Spike Storm, spray it out. Another Spike Storm, spray it out. A big Spike Storm there. Hopefully we're going to make some more money soon. My sword charge just doesn't feel right to use right now. It just doesn't feel right. But I have to do it. Sword charge was decent, but definitely not great. There's a lot of balloons here. Hopefully this combo is going to save the day for me, though. Alright, we're still alive. But the Zoma Gods is what killed me last time. And I don't have much time to build up these spikes again. Alright, Sawda. It's all up to you, girl. It's all up to you. We're going to put her back to first for a little bit. Spray as many Spike Storms as I got as soon as I got them. We're down to no Zoma Gods left, but still a lot of balloons. Oh, man, a lot of balloons here. Alright. I don't have a sword charge yet. Spike Storm spraying out. It looks like 98 will get taken down, but I have nothing else left over. All right, I'm going to throw down randomly just another one of these guys. See if it'll help me out just that tiny, tiny bit. I don't have any spike storms yet. Have to rely on the carpet of spikes to do its job. All right, we get another spike storm. And it looks like, unbelievably, we do, I believe, take down 99. Spike storming up the wazizzle. I tried to save my abilities for around 100 here. And now all we have to do is beat a bad balloon. Is it possible? Oh boy, I don't know. All right, so this is where it gets goofy, because again, timing my abilities is probably pretty important here. I'm going to try to use my abilities when the bad balloon is basically on top of us. But the bad balloon actually just doesn't look too hard. It looks like it's going to go... Oh my god, this guy doesn't have big stacks yet. That's going to help a lot. All right. We're going to use this ability first. Bam. We're going to use this ability as soon as we get it. Yeah, we're going to use that one a little early, and it looks like the DDTs are donezo already. All we got is 2 Zomagots to take down, and I think it's going to be done. Yes. I knew we could push through. We had to use our brains to think this one out, man. I really do think that one of the most clutch things here was getting a spiked mines next to my perma spike. Because realistically, if you think about it, this guy attacked almost nothing most of the game. It was only like 2 rounds that he attacked anything. He got 35,000 pops out of him. So as far as like money to pop ratio goes, that's not very good. I mean, this guy's got 170,000 pops. But dang, it felt good to beat that puppy down. That sounds terrible. We're not beating any puppies today, guys. We're not a puppy beater. I promise. All right, we got... Oh, look at that! 876,000 for this carpet of spikes. Dang. All right, I'm not playing free play because I don't think I'll beat a round or 2. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you guys do want to press like, if you do want to subscribe, that's absolutely fantastic. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.